Hi guys and dolls, welcome to my channel. This is Take a Breath with Alexis and I'm Alexis. And in today's video, I'm going to tell you guys about the time I got a geisha makeover. So I don't know if you remember, but last October, my mom and I took a trip to visit my cousin in Japan, and it was my first time ever traveling to an Asian country, and it was amazing. So during part of our trip, we went to visit Kyoto. Kyoto is the cultural center of Japan, so there's lots of like monuments and temples and cultural heritage sites there. So it was pretty amazing. So I don't know if you're familiar with the movie Memoirs of a Geisha, but like some of the most iconic scenes shot there are filmed in Kyoto. Now, another interesting part of Kyoto is that it is like the hub for geishas. And within Kyoto, so Kyoto's like a city, within the city, there is a district called Gyan, and that is where a lot of geisha live, work, and get their training. And you can visit that district today. So while I was there, I figured, why don't I go and get a geisha makeover? So while we were at Kyoto, we got to see some amazing sights. We got to see the red bridges. We also got to explore a bamboo forest. We kind of got lost in, but it was beautiful. And I had the privilege of actually getting to experience an evening with a geisha. Now, it wasn't like a true experience, like the whole tea ceremony thing, but we got to hear a little history from the geisha. She told us about her training, how long she's been working, and she danced a few traditional dances for us. So it was actually really nice, and she was like so tiny, but she was really sweet and young, and yeah. And I actually got to play a game with her, which I'll put a little clip of that here. Can you believe that I actually won? Like, it was actually a really good experience. So I'm going to give you a rundown of a brief history of geisha. And I'm looking down at my notes, so here we go. Okay, so in Kyoto, they have their own dialect of Japanese, I guess. And instead of geisha, it's actually gaiko. And there's a Maiko, which a Maiko is like an apprentice geisha. And any girl can start training, usually as young as 15, and she would have to leave her family. And she would, I mean, technically any girl could become a geisha, but you kind of have to press the okasan, who is like the mother, usually the owner of the okiya, which is where they would live during their training and while they're working. So they, and if you impress them, like, and by impress, like, you have to have the right look. Like the geisha said when we went to meet her, you know, you have to not be too tall, you have to have the right face, you know, you just, or like there has to be something about you that she thinks you will make a good geisha. So if she likes you, then you would start an intensive program of training in traditional Japanese music, dance, and art. So I know that I'm entertaining you all with these lovely facts about geisha, but there's probably one hot topic that you all want to know, and that is, are geisha prostitutes? Well, the answer is no. Now, at a certain point in history, geisha might have participated in prostitute-like acts, but as far as today, in today's society, no, geisha are not prostitutes, they are not escorts, they are highly treasured as like a Japanese tradition. So the answer is no, they are not prostitutes. So moving right along, what else did she tell us? You can also work as a geisha as long as you want to, but if you want to get married or if you want to start a family, usually they decide to retire at that time. So the geisha that I met, she was 26 years old. She started her training when she was 16. She did say that her family does not live in Kyoto and she does miss them sometimes, but she said her leaving them helped her to appreciate her family, but also helped her to establish her independence. And she told us that the oldest working geisha that she knew of was 80 years old, and she was still working and she still has clients. Yeah, with that being said, I was well informed and prepared to get my geisha makeover. Now, the place that I got my makeover at is called Gyan, and it's in the historical Gyan district, and it's actually in a traditional Japanese townhouse that a lot of geisha actually live in. So that was really cool. Now, before the makeover happened, I was nervous. You know, like, this is Japan, and I don't know how many Black people were coming to this establishment to get makeovers. So I was nervous about how they would react to me. Like, you know, I was kind of nervous. But honestly, they were super nice, but very professional throughout the whole process. So you come in, you check in, you go over like what package you want. You've made a reservation, so they kind of already have an idea of what you want to do, but they kind of go over your package. You can add things that you want to do, and then they show you to the dressing room. And I have a little clip here. So once you go into the dressing room, you change into these kind of garments. Like, they feel like it's like a slip for your kimono. And then you go in and you meet your makeup artist and you talk about what kind of look you can go for. So you can either get a Maiko, which is a apprentice geisha look, or a Gaiko, which is a full-fledged geisha look. Now, a Maiko apprentice, usually they have more accessories, they're more flowery, there's like more of a juvenile appearance in their look. Whereas a geisha is more mature. She doesn't have a whole bunch of accessories. She doesn't wear light and bright colors. She might wear more subdued colors. So that's kind of the difference. And my makeup artist said that she thought a Maiko would look better with me. And I would agree with her. So I met my makeup artist. I honestly do not remember her name. But she was so sweet. Like, she was so sweet and she was so funny, and she was speaking like Japanese English to me. Like, she would literally tell me jokes that were like half English, half Japanese, and laugh. And we would both laugh, and I'd be like, I kind of know what you said. And anyway, she was so sweet. So she gets me from the dressing room. we go into the makeup room, and you know, she's telling me about the makeup and all of that jazz while she's prepping my skin. And I was like, you know, do you really think this is gonna look good on me? Like, I'm worried it's just not gonna look good on me. And she literally like turned the chair around and like looked me dead in my eyes, and she's like, no, you're gonna look so pretty. And she's like, you have the perfect face for the makeup. Like, you're gonna look so pretty, trust me. And I was like, oh, okay. So then like we roll around, we get rolling, and she even like helped me set up my camera to record the process. Like, she already had a stand ready, she knew what settings to put it on. So I'm gonna put on a kind of fast forwarded version of the makeup clip. So that clip's gonna happen now. All right, so that whole process probably took, for the makeup, 45 minutes. And let me tell you, like, I was just so impressed with them. So I had extensions, I had a leave-in, and I was like, I don't know how they're gonna negotiate this, but she knew exactly what to do. There was like no questions asked. Like, she figured out, she made it work. Like, the level of professional, like, they were professional, but you know how sometimes like professionalism comes with like a sterileness? Like, it was not like that. Like, they were professional, but they were so like warm and friendly, and the place wasn't like overcrowded or anything. Like, they were very good at like keeping us girls like moving in and out. Like, you never felt like you were jam-packed or just waiting. Like, it was a really nice experience. So the next part is, obviously, we're going to get dressed in this very formal kimono, which I have a whole clip of. I think her name was, I want to say Koshi or something like that. But I am so sad I don't remember her name. But I have a clip of me getting dressed, and I'll show you that clip right now.
This is first time to wear kimono.
Yes.
Wow, so hard. Very heavy.
Yes.
Title.
Your first time wearing a big one like this, but you wore one before.
Maiko wa ne, almost every night wear this kimono and dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so very hard work. But the daytime, they wear more casual kimono and go to the school.
So Alexis, you had on a casual kimono before, huh?
For sure.
That's to make your belly look flat?
It is like a corset almost.
Corset, yes, corset だね。
Or you remember that time? That's so cute.
そうじゃ。なんていうのマムそうキュートだけどピンクこれねピンク&パープルもalso nice だよこれウィステリア Please try How about? ピンクはね OK これもそうキュートだよこれはハイドレージア
Yeah.
this one OK かわいい めっちゃかわいい。So pretty. まだもう。
Yeah.
うん。これセットね。
Yes.
うん。
How much does it cost
うん。
to make this wig?
あ、ウィーク。ウィークはね、100,000 yen。
Oh.
ベリーエクスペンシブだね。You lucky? This hair wig.
Yes.
So cute だよね。You're very sweet. さあ、ダンです。はい。So cute. かわいい。Good, good, good.
So that was me, and that's what I picked out. And let's see what happened after that. So then after that, I had signed up for a package where I had like studio photos done, and then I had courtyard photos done. So like pictures done inside, pictures done outside. And then my package also included time where like I could take pictures, or my mom, she could take pictures of me. And the package said it was only going to be like 10 or 15 minutes, but literally it gave us like 30 minutes to take pictures of just us. So that was pretty cool. So I'll go ahead and put some clips of the pictures inside of the townhouse right now. And then I'll show you some clips of what it looked like outside. Hey guys, so I just finished with my makeover at Gyan, and it was an absolutely amazing experience. I don't have a lot of time because my time is up, unfortunately, but everybody was so nice. It was such a good experience. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little worried coming in here being brown when everybody else is not brown, but that was not a problem at all. And they told me that I looked really cute, and I think I do look cute too.
And you have a perfect face for it.
I was told I have the perfect face for a Maiko. But anyway, I'll see you guys when I'm done, okay? So overall, I had an absolutely amazing experience at Gyan. I would if you've ever wanted to do something like that, I would highly, highly recommend that you do that. I feel like I gained so much insight from the experience. I also recommend the evening activity we did with the geisha. That was amazing, and it was super informative and fun and everything. So I'm gonna put a link to both of those activities below. I know that we are in the middle of a pandemic, so it's probably gonna be a long time before we can do extensive travel like that. But if you are thinking ahead to the future, I'll put those links down below for you to check out. And that's this video. I think I literally covered everything. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It's totally free, and you'll get to see awesome videos like this every week. So let's stop and take our breath together. And thank you so much for stopping by to take a breath with me. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.